Basically, what you're seeing right now is purgatory. Like, we're in purgatory. Look at the walls. This is a video I thought of today to make, and it's a tier ranking technically, but it's more so, I don't even call this a tier. It's more just straightforward as to what it is, and this is creating a human centipede. So basically, we're going off the events of the second movie because it's more interesting, because in the first movie, it's 3 people in the human centipede. The third one, it's like 300 people in one centipede, but in this one, there's 12 people in the centipede in part 2. And that makes it for the most interesting centipede, rather than like the 3 one's cool. And, you know, I think doing a sets of 3 kind of makes the most sense. But in the 12 is just more fun. Right before I filmed this video, I was like, okay, think of 39 celebrities right now. Like, a gun was being held in my head, like the imaginary gun that I loaded with every single bullet and flicked the safety off. Just because I do everything spur of the moment and on a whim, and I don't believe in like making plans. I wish I could. So yeah, we're gonna be making a human centipede in purgatory right now. 3 human centipedes. Now, as you can see on the screen, we have our spokesperson. So who's first in the centipede? So they're the voice of the centipede, you know, they're gonna be the one talking. They get their ass eaten by like 11 other people. The gears, I don't know why I said that. I was gonna say the joystick, you know, the controller, basically second, because when you're first, you can only feel one person eating your ass. And I think they're gonna be like tickling your ass, like sticking their tongue in it, trying to escape, trying to be like, what's going on? And I think subconsciously they're the ones moving the centipede. They're the ones telling the first person kind of what to say and do. And then you have your other orders like 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. And, you know, 12th is last because you just have to eat all that shit. And it's kind of the worst, but in a way, is 11th really the worst? I don't know. 11th is pretty bad because, like, I think the 12th person is going to be so unhappy and miserable that they could probably regurgitate the shit and it could get stuck in your ass. And you have to, 11th, 10th, like that, not even 9th, like that's all uncomfortable positions. Like, you don't want to be that. And then, you know, you have your creator, because realistically, every human centipede is going to have a creator, the person who, you know, is performing the surgeries and whose idea it is to arrange these people. And yeah, this is the cast of characters. And like I said, you know, I held the imaginary gun to my head and I said, think of 39 celebrities now. And these were all the people I thought of. I tried to keep it very general to the current time period we're living in, but I also couldn't help but put my own twist on it and put some of the people I find really interesting, not just in today's age. I think everyone in this is very relevant in 2025 or 2026. It's 2026. This is going to be 3 centipedes. The 1 centipede is all my doing. That's the centipede that I'm like, this is my dream human centipede. This is who I want to see. All these 12 people in a row rimming each other and shitting in each other's mouths and just crawling around. And then the other 2 are just going to be centipedes that I think would really happen. And you know what? We could go in order, but I think I'm just going to go with what my mind is telling me. My mind is telling me that Epstein is not going to be part of the actual centipede. He is the creator, without a doubt. This is all in his mind. And I put Ghislaine on here as well. Actually, I don't see Ghislaine. Ghislaine was on here. There's no way she would be in Epstein's centipede. She would probably be in someone else's centipede. And realistically, I think Diddy, where's Diddy? He would he be a creator? Would he be part of the Centipede? That's what I wonder. That's really what I wonder too, because I could imagine him getting in the mix, you know? But at the same time, I think Diddy would be the creator of the Centipede as well. He would be the mastermind behind one. If that's what my mind is telling me, then I'm gonna say Diddy is a mastermind behind a Centipede. And you know, I have to put my own sick and twisted and sadistic fantasies in here. I'm gonna say Lars von Trier is gonna be a Centipede creator. And this is kind of my dream Centipede. Now, would I think Lars would want to create a Centipede? I don't think he would. I think he would have other ways of torturing people. And if he did, I think he kind of hates himself, where he would put himself in the mix of it. But I think he would probably eat the shit that comes out of the Centipede symbolically. In kind of some symbolic matter, I think he would eat the shit from his own Centipede. And, you know, kind of like suffering from the consequences of his creations is what he's trying to symbolize, you know, how he's going to suffer from it. He's basically going to eat his own mess. Those are going to be the 3 Centipede creators. Now we'll start to go in order. Right off the bat, I think some of these people, you know, would like to be in the Centipede. Like, for example, I think Bill Clinton would absolutely love it. And I think he would probably want to be like 10th in there, because he would love to eat ass, obviously. He would love to get all the shit down his throat. And, you know, he would love to have his ass eaten, not just by one person, but I think by 2 people behind him he would really enjoy. Another one, I think Steve-O would absolutely love the Centipede too. I would put him in my Centipede with Lars von Trier as the creator. But realistically, I think he would probably go in like Diddy's Centipede in 11th place. Because I think he would choose to be in Diddy's, honestly. You know, he's another one who would really enjoy the Centipede. Kind of trying to save like the fronts of the pede for last. But one that I have to put in the front is Kate Moss. And that would probably be, I'm going to say that would probably be Diddy's. And it's more so for the fact that a coked out Centipede would probably be really fun. And, you know, who to start the coke train but Kate Moss herself. So she's got to be first. I think someone like Ellen DeGeneres would probably like rank 7th or 8th. Like, I think she would be a good solid middle 7th, because I think she would probably want to be farther back to eat all the poop. But realistically, there's something that tells me that Ellen DeGeneres would be scared to eat all the poop, and she would kind of be hesitant. She'd be like, wait, I don't know if I want to eat all the poop just yet. Put me in the middle so I can kind of get a good mix of everything. Trying to kind of get all the interesting people in here. You know, just trying to see who I think would really kind of work in the back. But I think at the end of the day, the Centipede's gonna form itself. This is the rich and elite's most ultimate form. It's not lizard people. At the end of the day, when doomsday comes, they're all gonna get in that cellar and they're gonna form a centipede. You know, I think Hillary, she just looks like she's got like a shit-eating face for sure. Like, she would definitely be in the back eating all the shit. So with JD Vance, you know, they both have like just perfectly round faces that kind of like mine in a way. I look pretty, like, I kind of have a fat face at some angles. But they would really, they kind of have the mouthful for all the shit. They could take it all. They would absolutely be in the back. There's some people, I think definitely the first 2 people would argue over that position, because those are clearly the best you'd want to be. And I think kind of 3rd, 4th, and 5th are kind of gonna be the people who are like fighting for that position. Like, there are some, like, I think Kanye would absolutely be someone to fight for it. And I think he would probably get like 3rd. You know, at the end of the day, I think there are people who are gonna win in the Centipede battle before Kanye. And then there are going to be some people who are unlucky. Like, I don't know, Melania kind of seems like she'd get in the background. She'd probably unintentionally end up at like 10th or 11th. I'm going to say like 10th maybe. She just doesn't look like she'd be able to put up much of a fight in this situation. Elon, again, did not get invited to the island. He could buy his way to the front. I don't know. I think I could see him in like 3rd, maybe 4th. I think other people are going to win. Like, he didn't get invited to Epstein's island. He would not be on Epstein's Centipede. I'm going to kind of put the masterminds in who I would want to be kind of like the masterminds in the Centipede. You know, as much as I'd love to put John Waters in the front, I think he would personally like to be eating the shit and the ass in a way kind of in 2nd place. Because, you know, if you cut that slit in between 1st and 2nd, you're free. Like, 1st person is kind of going to be the most likely to come off. So I think John Waters would be he would know what to do in the Centipede. He would know where to go, who to recruit, what to do. I think he would honestly be really good gears. I'm going to say like Azalea Banks would be another good one too to kind of put up there as someone for the gears, the controller. She would definitely get into some fun. I would put Ivy Woke at the front of my Centipede. I think she would be a really good spokesperson in the Lars von Trier-pede with John Waters following behind her. That is pretty interesting. You know, we need someone to get behind Kate Moss, who's going to digest all the coke right after her. And who else would be really fun to be coked out? Well, again, you would have to be coked out and a good spokesperson. Or coked out and a good decision maker. Someone who would get the Centipede in a lot of fun and a lot of trouble. I would say Amanda Bynes, but I think she would probably shut out the coke. And I would probably put her in like 4th, if I'm being honest. And there are some people like that I really don't care about that I think could kind of go in the middle. Like Jeff Bezos. Give him a face full of Klonopins and put him in 8th. Like, Bjork, I would give her a good pass. Like, I would probably put Bjork in 3rd or 4th. Realistically, she would be in the Lars von Trier Centipede. I think Trump would probably be in the Epstein Centipede. Jeff Bezos probably would too. Like, I feel like Trump would probably end up like in 9th or something. Britney, unfortunately, can't get a break from the press. You know, it's been how many years and her name's still popping up everywhere. Hopefully she's in the one that breaks free. Eventually, we're going to have to organize this as to know who goes in what Centipede, because that is the ultimatum here. Who goes where, who's eating whose ass, who's shitting in whose mouth. Shia LaBeouf I would put pretty low just because, like, I think he just kind of needs to be silenced. Like, I would put him in, like, 10th and maybe, like, he'll eat up all the shit or something. He would probably like it, too, if I'm being honest. He's another one who I think, like, Bill Clinton would probably be into that. Steve-O, I mean, of course would be into it. That's why he was one of the first ones I put in, and I knew where to put him. I'm like, yeah, he would fucking love this. I'm going to have to put Jason Kelsey in 12th as well because he's got that big bear face and he's probably going to be in the Diddy Centipede realistically. Hillary is last in the Epstein-pede. Jason Kelsey's last in the Diddy-pede. And J.D. Vance is going to be last in the Lars von Trier-pede. Gypsy Rose just got out of jail, but unfortunately, Gypsy Rose, I'm going to have to lock you back up. You're going in the Centipede. She'll go in 6. Danny Masterson's another one. Like, I think that would honestly be a good prison punishment for him to kind of pass the time in jail, is to go in pretty low. Like, I would probably, like, put him in, like, 11th. Or maybe 9th. I don't know. 11th is going to be people who are going to like the ass eating and shit. Obama's another one. Like, he would really be into this. Like, he would probably... I don't know. There's something about him that tells me, like, yeah, he would like it. And he would absolutely go in... See, Steve, I would choose to be in the Diddy-pede. I don't know. That's just... But maybe I'll put him in the Lars von Trier-pede, and then Obama could go in the Diddy-pede. But who's going to be 11th in the Epstein-pede? Patti LuPone, I think, would probably be like a good 5th. Clavicular, I'm going to put him like kind of in the middle. Somewhere where like all the shit in his mouth will fix that jawline even more. Like, yeah, we'll put him next to Benzos. Someone needs to be next to Ellen DeGeneres in 7th. Yeah, we'll just put Erica Kirk in there somewhere. She also looks like her mouth could hold a lot of poop. Like some of these people, like Jeff Bezos, Ellen DeGeneres, like their faces are kind of like smaller, and that's punishment for them being that low in the pede. Someone like Snooki, I would honestly put Snooki in 2nd for pede. And you know, I would like to have Snooki in the Lars von Trier pede, my dream pede. Because I put Snooki in there because I love her so much. Just like that's why I put John Waters and Ivy Woke in there, because I think they're awesome. Same with Amanda Bynes. I'm going to say Candace. Candace is kind of like a brain you want behind your Centipede. Like, I would personally put her, well, 3rd and 4th are filled. I'm going to put her in 5th. Candace would make a good head for the pede as well, I think. Jeffrey would be, we'll put Jeffrey somewhere down at the bottom. He would probably like that. I feel like Oprah would kind of be at the top, honestly. Put her in like 5th. And like Kamala, I put her in there. She's again someone like she'll probably go in the middle, like, you know. I was going to put Biden in there, but I was like, you know, specifically, I'm just going to keep this to people who are alive. I think Liza, I would want to put Liza in like, she's going to be one of the people who are going to fight for the front. Michelle Obama again, like, yeah, she could kind of go wherever. I'll put her next to Erica Kirk and Ellen DeGeneres. RuPaul, I love you. Oh, we are missing a couple spots. This is not good. And Spence Wu, I don't know much about you, but I feel like you would like it here in 11th. Now we have a dilemma. We're missing a few spots. I did download some more pictures of people. Now we figured out the dilemma, so I got Ghislaine back on here. And I added Meghan Trainor. Realistically, Meghan Trainor would go in the middle. And I think Ghislaine, I know I said she wouldn't be an Epstein Centipede, but she's going to be in there. So we're going to have to organize it now. So the Lars von Trier-pede is going to be Ivy Woke, John Waters, Snooki, Bjork. I'm going to say Patti LuPone, Gypsy Rose, Michelle Obama, I would keep her in there. Meghan Trainor, I would keep her in there. I would say Danny Masterson. Shia LaBeouf, yeah. Steve-O, I mean, he would want to be in the Diddy. Actually, I would say Spence Willis would be in there. J.D. Vance, and then, yeah, Lars von Trier, the creator. So that's the Lars von Trier-pede right here. The Diddy-pede. I'm going to say Candace is the leader of the Diddy-pede. Ghislaine would be in the Diddy-pede. She would probably not be in the Epstein-pede. I think Diddy would probably steal her and kidnap her somehow. I would keep Britney in there. Poor Britney. I think Elon would not be on the Epstein-pede. I think Elon would be in the Diddy-pede. I think Oprah would be in the Diddy-pede. I think RuPaul would probably be in the Diddy-pede. Ellen would be in the Diddy-pede 100%. Clavicular, we'll keep him in there. We'll keep Jeffree Star in there. Yeah, we'll keep Melania. Steve-O, he'd want to be in there. Jason Kelsey, yeah, that's the Diddy-pede right there, row 2. Yeah, and then row 1, the Epstein-pede, Kate Moss, Azalea Banks, Kanye West, Amanda Bynes, Liza Minnelli, Kamala Harris, Erica Kirk, Jeff Bezos, Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, and Hillary Clinton. Wow, look at the last 4. See, that makes the most sense. And like realistically, I feel like Trump would probably want to be in the front, but he wouldn't be able to make it. Everyone would definitely get that position before him. Bill Clinton and Barack Obama, they would love to be in the back. I can just tell. Hillary Clinton, I mean, she's got to be in the back, like the very last. Something tells me that face can take a lot of shit. So that is the Centipedes. Yeah, this was fun to make. A lot of stalling in the video because like my brain just turned into sludge after a while once I saw people texting me on my phone while I was filming this video trying to make centipedes